one of the curious things about Gandhi is that Gandhi was someone who was inspired by reading the New Testament. He says himself, by reading the Sermon on the Mount, his ideas of nonviolence came out of his interaction with Jesus. Here he was, a Hindu leader, a very devout Hindu, being inspired by the example of Jesus. And that first great action of resistance, of nonviolent resistance, his march to the sea in 1930. Here in India, the British ruling India and oppressing so many people within that country. And one of the things that they had was a salt tax, such that no one could buy salt unless through the government. And since salt is something that everyone uses on every day, particularly those who are poor in India, and the poor in India, particularly then, were very poor, had to pay this salt tax. And so Gandhi said, if we're going to start this movement of nonviolent resistance, the one thing he chose was opposing the salt tax. And the then Viceroy of India scoffed at this, saying, oh, what a waste of time, not realizing how powerful and symbolic a gesture it could be, because this is something that affected each and every Indian, and everyone saw its injustice. And so Gandhi started in his ashram and started marching very publicly to the sea, 240 miles away. And as he marched to the sea, in every village and town he went, more and more people joined him. He started with 78 people, but by the time he got to the sea, there were tens of thousands of Indians with him to watch him do his act of resistance, which in his case was taking seawater, boiling it, taking off the salt, and then eating it, for which he was arrested. And which over 10,000 people were arrested for in the upcoming year, until finally the British realized that they had to give in.